Bruh. Did you watch the debate? Of course you did. Did Kamala Harris move the needle? Of course she didn't. Did she say anything new? Absolutely not. Matter of fact, she was repeating the same things Joe Biden said in the past. She brought up Charlottesville. Of course, they brought up January the 6th. And of course, not only was President Trump debating Kamala Harris, but he was also debating the moderators. Can we get a debate where President Trump is actually debating the person that's on stage with him and not the moderators as well? And then the moderators lied. You know, they're actually eating these ducks and these cats. A woman got arrested for eating a cat. But the moderator was like, you know, that we talked to the city manager and it's not actually happening. Really? Really? Give me a break.
Everybody, I was shocked. Donald Trump won that debate hands down. Donald Trump won that debate. And for anybody saying, what debate you were looking at? She tried every trick to get up under his skin. She called him every name in the book. He didn't break. He didn't bend. Matter of fact, he says, excuse me, I'm talking. Excuse me, I'm talking. Whew. He won this one. He had better zingers. He had better rememberable moments. Hands down, he won this debate. And they can try to lie they want, but he won this.
All right, y'all, we are back with another video. And before we start, please put prayers for Donald Trump in the comment section. We must protect President Trump at all times. And it brings me to this right here. As y'all can see in the opening clip, how biased the ABC moderator was against Donald Trump. I knew it was going to happen. How did they sit up there and allow Kamala Harris to tell lie after lie after lie after lie, especially the Charlottesville stuff that already been debunked? She was lying about the J6 situation. And then when Donald Trump tried to debunk the J6 situation, talk about it was Nancy Pelosi that didn't want the troops, the National Guards there. Then here go David Muir putting his own input in it. We ain't talking about Nancy Pelosi. It was just so freaking disgusting to sit up there and watch them 3 versus 1. They tried their best, which they did, to help Kamala Harris out. Every single question that they asked her, she did not even give an answer. Even the opening question, are we better off now than we was 4 years ago? She couldn't even answer that. She went into talking about her upbringing. What do your upbringing have to do with the question that they asked you? They didn't do any follow-ups on her, just like they were asking Donald Trump about the race car, about why did you say she was black or why you say she this. And then why they didn't do a follow-up with Kamala saying, hey, Kamala, on video, you saying you're Indian. Why are you now trying to say you're black? They didn't do that. It wasn't no follow-up questions for Kamala Harris. The woman was lying all freaking night. That's the reason why she won another debate with Trump, because the Democrats know she didn't do good. She ain't got no policies. Donald Trump destroyed her, even though it was 3 versus 1. That man was by himself and still did a good job. People keep saying he took the bait. No, I don't take it as Donald Trump took the bait. When she was telling a lie on him, he just debunked it. How can people call that he took the bait? Like she was talking about his crowd sizes. How you ever been to a Trump rally? People be leaving early. How is she gonna talk about Donald Trump's rallies when she's busting people in? And that's what Donald Trump said. He didn't get mad about it. She said that. He was like, hold on. How you gonna talk about my rallies and you sitting up here busting people in? We see it all on Fox News. It's like 17, 18 buses bringing in a load of people just to fill up her rallies. He was telling the truth. But like I said, we're going to go ahead and dive straight into it. I got a few clips I want to show y'all. So like I said, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. That way you can stay up to date with everything that's going on. And I want to start it off with this one right here, where they just kept trying to fact check Donald Trump every single time, and you can just see the bias. So let's go ahead and check this one out right here, y'all.
What you're going to hear tonight is a detailed and dangerous plan called Project 2025 that the former president intends on implementing if he were elected again.
There is no state in this country where it is legal to kill a baby after it's born.
Donald Trump left us the worst unemployment since the Great Depression. Donald Trump left us the worst public health epidemic in a century. Donald Trump left us the worst attack on our democracy since the Civil War.
I just want to clarify here. You bring up Springfield, Ohio, and ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals.
If Donald Trump were to be reelected, he will sign a national abortion ban. Understand, in his Project 2025, there would be a national abortion, a monitor that would be monitoring your pregnancies, your miscarriages.
Migrant crime, and it's happening at levels that nobody thought possible.
President Trump, as you know, the FBI says overall violent crime is actually coming down in this country. But
Excuse me, the
Harris, I'll
FBI
give you
defraud.
Honestly, I think it's a tragedy that we have someone who wants to be president who has consistently, over the course of his career, attempted to use race to divide the American people.
And we should just point out here as clarification, and you know this, you and your allies, 60 cases in front of many judges, many of them
No
Republican.
judge looked at it.
Now, that right there was just freaking disgusting. Look at that crap that Kamala Harris was able to just get off, just telling blatantly lies, and you can see them, they constantly fact-checking Donald Trump. Oh, I called them, and they said that there was no animals harmed. That's a lie. It's on video. A woman was, eating a cat. It's on video. We had to blur it out. It was a complete lie. I mean, Kamala Harris sat up there and told lie after lie and getting help from the moderators. That's the reason why the moderators are getting destroyed. All on TV right now. All on X, where it used to be Twitter. Getting destroyed because how biased they was and telling all these lies. Now, if you think that's something, I want y'all to see what Megyn Kelly had to say. Megyn Kelly absolutely went the freak off, and she was not playing around. She said everything that I wanted to say. So since I don't have to say it and Megyn Kelly said it, let's go ahead and let me show y'all what Megyn Kelly had to say about this. And like I said, she did not hold back at all.
Well, I watched it. Did you watch it? I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted. I'm ashamed of those moderators at ABC News. They did exactly what their bosses wanted them to do. The person who runs ABC News is a close personal friend of Kamala Harris that is responsible for Kamala Harris and her husband meeting. And they did Dana Walden's bidding tonight. It was 3 against 1 on that debate stage this evening. Hi, everyone. I'm Megyn Kelly, a special program tonight for you reacting to the debate. It was 3 against 1. It's very easy to look like you know what you're doing when both moderators are entirely on your side. Trump did the best he could under the circumstances, but it really was like 3 fighters in the ring pummeling one opponent.
Yep.
And Trump tried to take them all on. He did fine. He did as best as he could.
Yep.
He was thrown a few times to the point where he was unnecessarily defensive and he was getting angry. And so was I.
And that's the thing. Everybody was getting angry. That's the whole point about it. Everybody was getting angry because they see it was 3 against 1. And Kamala Harris, see, this is what she was doing. She was so upset that even though she tried to interrupt Donald Trump, which she did, and he hit her with her own slogan, but it was the fact why they didn't have her mic muted. Why wasn't her mic muted? Why was she able to try to talk like that? But see, the main thing is she wanted the mics to be hot because she wanted to interrupt Donald Trump while he was talking. So this is what she did to try to get all the camera time she wanted. Y'all see her when she was doing stuff like this, looking at Donald Trump. She kept, like, you know how it is, like when some women, like, they be upset if they know you telling a lie, they just do them faces like they're like, so she kept doing all these dumb looks to try to make it seem like Trump don't know what he's talking about. She tried everything in the playbook, but if we sit up there listen, they knew she was lying about the Charlottesville thing. They knew she was lying about that. They did not do a follow-up on it. They did not say, hey, Kamala, CNN already debunked that. They didn't do it. They just let her say whatever she wanted. But fact check Donald Trump after everything he said. And if y'all notice, they kept cutting Donald Trump off every single time. Every time he tried to make a statement, they try to cut him off and get to the next thing. They'll rather ask Donald Trump about why he called Kamala Harris. She's acting black. Not one time did they say, hey, President Trump, we understand that you had got shot at and stuff like that. Are you all right? They didn't even ask him about that. They did not even ask him about his assassination attempt because they didn't care. It was just so freaking disgusting. It just go to show you they care nothing about Donald Trump, which we already knew that. Donald Trump knew he was going in a hostile environment. He knew he was. Now, it was some things that I wish Donald Trump would have said, like when Kamala Harris was trying to play this racist card against Donald Trump, and he should have came back and said, hey, you the same woman that called Joe Biden a racist. I wish Donald Trump would have said that, but he didn't. So it was some things that I was like, damn, I wish Donald Trump would have said this. But when she tried to play that racist card, that's exactly what he should have hit her back with. How you going to say that when you the same woman that called Joe Biden a racist? And now you his vice president. That's why Donald Trump said that Joe Biden don't like you. Because you call him a racist, but he still pick you as a vice president. And he should have brung up what Bernie Sanders said, that she just lying to get reelected. I was hoping Donald Trump would have said that, but he didn't. So it was some things I was like, man, I wish Trump would have said this. But I understand, he had a lot going on. It was 3 versus 1. He tried his best to get out whatever he could. But I sure wish he would have said those 2 things, would have brung up Bernie Sanders saying that she's pretty much lying to get reelected. But he never did. So let's get back to it. Let's see what Megyn Kelly.
Were you? This was a mistake to trust ABC News with this debate. The Republicans must learn from this mistake.
I agree.
The same way the Democrats never agree to do anything with moderators they don't entirely trust. This should be the last time the Republicans ever do this. Because those 2 moderators tried to sink Donald Trump tonight. The numerous fact checks on what he said and none on what she said.
Yep.
None. I don't remember a single fact check of anything she said, and she lied repeatedly. She just got away with it. In the moderator's eyes, that was Donald Trump's job to fact check her. That's correct. Except you didn't employ that same tactic when it came to Trump. And you accused him of lying even when it was your opinion that he lied. When Trump tried to say that his comment that he lost 2020 by a whisker was him being sarcastic, David Muir actually injected saying, I didn't hear sarcasm. Who gives a shit what you heard? Who died and left you political analyst in chief? You're supposed to be the objective news anchor of World News Tonight.
Yep.
That's a comment you make to your significant other, David, not on the debates. It didn't sound like that to me. Shut up. That is inappropriate. It's not for you to make that call. Leave it up to Kamala Harris. Leave it up to people like me who will play the soundbite and let the audience decide. But you were out of line, and they did it to him over and over and over again.
Exactly right. She's right. They did it over and over again. They just kept doing it over and over. Every time Donald Trump made a statement. See, the thing is, that's why the Democrats sitting up here saying, oh, Kamala Harris won. How the hell did she win if she didn't even have to do anything trying to so-called fact checking? Donald Trump was telling the truth. They tried to make it seem like Donald Trump was telling a lie. Just like Charlie Kirk said, these moderators don't supposed to fact check nobody. They don't supposed to fact check Kamala Harris. They don't supposed to fact check Donald Trump. But if you're going to do that, do it to both. If you're going to do that. But they are not supposed to add their input in it. It's almost seemed like David Muir was running for president. How you going to assume Donald Trump say something, then you up here speaking for Kamala Harris, which she didn't have to say anything because they was talking for her. Now the Democrats on TV talking about Kamala Harris won. She ain't won nothing. She didn't even have to say anything. She didn't answer any questions. She didn't answer nothing. The moderator was helping her the entire night. And then what did she do after the debate was over? She didn't get in front of no cameras. Donald Trump talked to Sean Hannity. He talked to people at ABC that was asking him questions from the audience. The man stuck around and started answering questions after the debate. And Kamala Harris ran home, got on her plane, and did not get in front of one camera to answer any question. The woman was lying all freaking night. And what they ain't calling out is that she was saying the same exact thing Joe Biden said to Donald Trump in the first debate. Charlottesville, you a criminal. You did this. You said it was going to be a bloodbath. She was repeating everything Joe Biden had already said to Donald Trump in the first debate, but they ain't calling it out. She regurgitated everything that Joe Biden said and just said it again. They know it's a lie. But she's willing to do anything to win this election. Bernie Sanders, we know how crooked he is, and he came out and said it. She's going to do whatever it takes to get people to believe her. That's exactly what Bernie Sanders said. That's why I was saying, man, I wish Donald Trump would have brung that up. Man, I wish he would have brung up how you calling me a racist when you're the same person that called Joe Biden a racist. So it was a lot of stuff that I felt like was left off the table that Trump could have said. But at the same time, I understand because of the circumstances he was in. It was 3 against 1. They was telling lies. They keep saying that she baited him. She ain't bait nothing. It's just all the lies she was telling. He was just correcting her. I don't call that bait. Why would he let her tell a lie and he don't do a follow-up on her lie? They call that him being baited. They mad because he got 100,000 people to come to his rally in a blue state. That's why they so mad when this woman is busting people in and got to pay actors and dancers and all of that to come to her rally just to fill up a stadium. It's come on, man. We ain't gonna let them get away with this crap. Let's get back to the tapes.
And the worst piece of all of this is the obvious tactic by ABC News, which was as follows. Mr. Trump, you said something incredibly controversial and terrible. Let me remind you of what it was. Do you have any regrets or thoughts on how terrible you were? Trump answers. Vice President Harris, how bad is Trump?
That was wrong.
And then she'd answer.
That's
It
crazy.
happened over and over again.
Yep.
That was the format. Mr. Trump, you're a piece of shit. Kamala Harris, isn't he a shit? Thank you. It was incredible. And then anything Trump said, fact check, fact check,
yep,
fact check. And their fact checks were full of shit. I'm swearing even more than normal right now because I'm mad. I'm angry. I'm angry at them, at ABC, at my industry that I want nothing to do with. And I've never been happier to be outside and be able to say how I truly feel. And yes, even with some colorful words, because that's what the situation calls for. They're trying to steal this election.
Yep.
They're openly working to sink him.
But there you go right there. That was Megyn Kelly. And that just go to show you that she was pissed off just like everybody else was. Everybody was pissed off about this because they literally was sitting up there helping this woman. Now, we're going to end it off with this one right here. And now you're finna see that Donald Trump's Caroline Leavitt is finna come on because, they want to do another debate. They want to do another debate, and Donald Trump is like, why would I have to do another debate? I just beat you. You can see the polls, the CNN poll saying that Donald Trump won. Go look at the polls. He was up with 55. She was at like 33%. That's why she wants another run. The Democrats know she didn't do good. They know that the moderator was helping. They know the moderator was helping her. That's why she's trying to get another debate now because she knows she lost. Donald Trump is like, I don't know if I'm going to agree to another debate. Why would I? All y'all doing is cheating. And she don't want to come on Fox News where it's going to be neutral ground. She want to run over there to NBC, ABC, CNN, which CNN was fair. But that don't mean if he go over there again, they're going to be fair to twice. But that's what they want. Now, let's go to this right here and end it off with Caroline Leavitt. And we're going to see exactly what she have to say about this. So let's go ahead and check this out.
So right after the first debate between Harris and Trump, the Harris campaign says they're ready for round two.
Here with the Trump campaign response is Trump 2024 National Press Secretary and Trump campaign surrogate Caroline Leavitt. Caroline, what is the official campaign position? Are we going to get a second debate?
Well, let's be very clear. President Trump committed to 3 debates this election cycle. One on Fox News, which Kamala Harris never showed up for. It turned into a town hall with the great Sean Hannity. Last night on ABC, which President Trump won, Kamala Harris lost. And then President Trump also committed to another one on NBC News on September 25th, which the Kamala campaign denied. So Kamala Harris's campaign immediately committing to a debate last night proves that they know she has a lot more work to do. She did not do the job that she needed to last night. She could not explain her runaway inflation over the past 4 years. She punted a question on immigration and the border crisis. We know she's been border czar and has overseen this crisis that Americans are living through. And she also doubled down on the botched withdrawal from Afghanistan. She did not say the names of the 13 Gold Star families who were killed on her watch, and she did not take responsibility for that crisis either. A CNN poll last night showed that President Trump actually increased trust with the American people on the issue of the economy, which we know is the #1 issue in this election. So look, we'll see what the debates look like in the future, but President Trump committed to 3 this election cycle. Let's not forget about that.
Carolyn, I want to ask you about some of the media coverage that we're already starting to see about this debate last night. The Wall Street Journal puts it this way: Harris baits Trump in fiery presidential debate. And then this from the Washington Post: Harris crisply attacks Trump in debate. He retorts with fiery rhetoric. Is that how you would characterize how the debate went last night?
I certainly wouldn't depend on the Washington Compost to accurately characterize the debate last night. Look, President Trump was in a 3-on-1 cage match. These moderators were so incredibly biased. Anyone with eyes and ears could see it. As you previously reported, they fact-checked President Trump 5 times, did not fact-check Kamala Harris once, despite her spewing countless lies that have been widely debunked, even from far-left media outlets in this country. President Trump did what he had to do last night. He successfully prosecuted the case against Kamala Harris. In his closing argument, wrapped it up perfectly. If Kamala Harris wants to bring down the cost for working families, if she wants to secure the border, if she wants to stop the war that has erupted on her watch as vice president, then she should go back to the White House, bring Joe Biden off of the beach, and do it right now. She is the incumbent president. Those were the final words in the debate last night. That's the message that resonates with the American people. We're already seeing that again in the post-debate polls.
So what's next? Trump will be right back to the battlegrounds, Arizona tomorrow, Nevada on Friday. Recent polling from NPR and PBS Marist says Trump is surging about 14 points among independents, 19 points among Latinos. So in the final minute we have, Caroline, did the debate help or hurt Trump's momentum with the Latino and independent voter?
Well, I think it will ultimately prove that it will help because, again, Kamala Harris refused to take responsibility for the illegal immigration crisis that has ravaged border states in all states across this great country. President Trump will continue to barnstorm the country. He will be on the West Coast later this week. He'll be in Arizona on Thursday. Today, of course, he will be in New York City and also in Pennsylvania to commemorate the anniversary of 9/11. And our hearts must remain today with all of the victims who suffered in that terrorist attack. And by the way, last night, Kamala Harris said January 6th was the worst terrorist attack on our nation's soil. Absolutely not true. And it's disrespectful for her to say that just 12 hours before 9/11 today.
Yeah, well, you bring up a good point. Both candidates are going to be very busy at multiple locations honoring the victims of 9/11. And of course, our thoughts are with them and their families today, throughout the day, and every day as well. Caroline Levitt, thank you so much for joining us.
All right. Well, there we go right there, man. As y'all can see what she said. It's pretty much they want another debate because they know for a fact that she lost. And before we get out here, I want to show y'all this right here. Is that a lot of people is talking about that the earrings Kamala Harris had on was like audio earrings and she was getting fed the answers. So I want to show y'all this right here. Now, I don't know how true this is, but this been going viral saying that the earrings Kamala Harris had on last night was audio earrings, and they saying she was getting fed the answers of what to say. Every time Donald Trump said something, it's like somebody was telling her what to say. So we already knew that they was going to cheat. But if y'all look at this right here, let me see if I can click on it. Y'all see this right here? It's I use these new smart earrings to listen to music. They totally surprised me. The Nova H1 audio earrings aren't your average ear candy. And you can see that Kamala Harris earring is sort of the same as this young lady's right here. And this right here has been going viral because everybody is talking about it now. Even Terrence K. Williams said that. If you go down the timeline, everybody is talking about it. They're talking about the earrings. Look at this. So they're saying she had on audio earrings, and it is going viral. So I want y'all to let me know in the comments section. Look at this right here.
The one constitutional office elected by all of the people.
Look at that. Kamala wearing Nova H1 earring headphones. Look like the same as that one. So they pretty much saying she's been fed the answers. So, and this is wild because they'll let her get away with crap like this. So, like I said, y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this. Thank you all for watching. We definitely got more content coming because we're going to break down some of the, especially all them lies she was telling. So y'all get ready for that. And like I said, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.